à tous et bienvenue. On va continuer l'histoire sur le prince Constantin, sur sa maladie.
I'm happy you came to find me. Allow me to apologize once again. I should have spoken to you sooner, told you what I knew, and not betrayed your trust.
Indeed you should have.
As I said, I'd like to make up for it and help you find your family again.
How do you intend to do that?
As you now know, I knew your mother. We had trouble communicating at first, of course, but we gradually learned to understand one another. She was important in her village. Based on what I know today, I think she was a Donego. She told me her name, Arelwin, and told me about her family. She even gave me a pendant for you. You were only a child, so I gave it to Mrs. de Sade for safekeeping.
She gave me a necklace when I went to say goodbye to her. She said it was a family heirloom. Did my mother tell you the name of her village?
No. But I'm sure the Nords can help us. They were the ones who took your mother to the continent.
It was such a long time ago. How can I find out if they remember?
The Nords record everything down to the gentlest breeze. They must have written something in a logbook somewhere. So, do you want to try and find out where you come from? Do you want to find your relatives?
Yes. All this is so new to me, but I suppose so, yes.
Let's go then.
Surtout que j'ai que deux dans mon équipe. D'abord, on va aller voir notre cher Constantin. Plutôt demander de l'aide à Cétius. Lequel sert de San Matheus. San Matheus.
Excuse me, are you Cecilius, the famous healer?
I am a healer only through the grace of the illuminated. What can I do for you, my child?
My cousin, the governor of New Serene, is in dreadful pain.
Well, that's terribly sad. Was he wounded in combat? Was it during the Coin Guards' rebellion?
Alas, no. He is afflicted with the Malachor, and his days are numbered. We're looking for a cure, but...
Now that's a true miracle that you require. And I fear that they're extremely rare in these pagan lands.
Cecilius, my friend. If there's anyone on this island capable of helping the governor, it is you. Have you not been blessed by the Illuminated? Is it not your obligation to aid our allies? Without them, who knows what would have happened to our holy city during the plot?
Petrus, you always knew how to weave words to get what you want. Very good. I'll go to New Serene and try to ease the governor's pain. But do not feed on vain hopes. There are trials that we must accept to undertake with humility.
Thousand thanks, Caecilius.
May the Illuminated go with you, my child. There is no miracle that he cannot accomplish. I will pray that you find this cure that we need so desperately.
I have not lost hope.
Caecilius is an extraordinary healer. I'm certain he'll be able to at least alleviate Constantin's pain.
I do not know your magic very well. But if it's so powerful, why would you have to come here to look for an antidote?
All I'm hoping for is that he will manage to give my cousin some time and some respite while we look for an antidote.
D'accord. Non, on peut faire ça. Oh, il y a eu un bug. Alors, donc c'est à lui à parler. Enfin plutôt à elle. J'ai ouais, je sais pas. Ah non, je pense que c'est... Oui, si c'est une femme.
You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help would be invaluable.
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have been sent?
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency. We must shed light on this case.
Alors, lui parler de notre mère.
I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships. Of an islander captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions. And our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on Tier-Fredy who can help us? Please.
Very well. I do know an old captain who could perhaps help you out.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lissandro.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
De Sardet?
Yes, Admiral?
Don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular. Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
D'accord, et ensuite, trouver et interroger le capitaine. Je sais pas quoi, je peux te lire. Trouver et interroger le capitaine Sandro à Hikmet. Ok, on va se téléporter vers la demeure de Sardet. Téléporter le voyage rapide.
Who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
It is indeed a stroke of luck.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là, Petrus?
I hope he remembers my
Il
mother.
vole?
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
Il est arrivé ici comment là? Ce capitaine.
Hello there. My name is De Sardet. I'm the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lissandro. Pleased to meet you. I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. How odd. Well, what can I do for you?
Parler de la capture de notre mère.
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You are the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
Alors, lui donner 50, hein, là-dessus, on l'argent, hein. Lui proposer une rétribution.
Do you need a little gold to jog your memory?
You're quite the merchant,
Ouais,
aren't
c'est
you?
ça, hein.
But since you're asking so nicely, I do actually need a new sail.
On va le payer maintenant. Ça sera fait.
Here's your gold, Captain.
Perfect. My old boat thanks you. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. de Sade was loving. She raised you with tenderness.
Madame de Sade
and today
a été
you
aimée.
learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
On va savoir qui est la mère de Sardé. Ok, c'est quoi? Interroger Yulan, le chef de Vignamri. Là, il y en a des missions à faire là. Attendez, je me perds.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of
Attendez, ils vont quoi lui?
Greetings. What can I serve my favorite clients?
On a dépassé le cap des 5000. Par contre, lui, il vend pas grand chose. Il n'y a pas des bons équipements.
I was honored by your visit.
Ouais, désolé mon ami.
Please come back
Ciao.
whenever you want.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Interroger sur notre
I
mère.
recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now I understand why your face seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her kidnapping.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time ago, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Arelwyn was a renowned healer across all of Teofradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company. She doesn't speak much to me, but others here can probably tell you where to find her.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Et oui, il nous a aidés. Ce sera tout pour le
Nothing.
moment.
I must go.
Chief of your village.
He seems quite friendly compared to the others we've run into.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment. My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others. There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants of the village if they know where to find her.
The islanders protect their Donegada. I don't know if they'll speak to some Renaigse.
Don't forget, you are one of them after all.
Quoi, y a rien à faire là-dedans.
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help, Renaigse?
Actually, yes. I'm looking for the village Donegad.
Oh. And what do you want from her?
Ulan told me that she could help me to find signs.
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. There's no love lost between Ulan and the Denegad. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But Ulan saved our village. Anyway, if you want to find her, try heading towards the western plains. I am not sure if she is there right now, but she likes going for walks there.
I'm extremely grateful.
Chapitre.
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals.
Protect me in this battle.
Whoa.
How do you feel now?
Well, thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me. Something must have frightened them.
We are glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Denegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our story along the way.
Very well. I will walk by your side.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of hers.
My mother, or rather, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
A Relwyn gave it to me,
know.
to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, who died far away from us all, and divorced Tierce. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved Elwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now. The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Magum. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative, and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the Enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
Par contre, je pense qu'on a trouvé ici on a pu savoir sur sa mère. Oh, j'allais dire, il y avait plus de quête, mais non. Il y a ces deux-là. Parler avec le capitaine Ruben. Ruben. Oh, d'ailleurs, il y a un groupe de rock qui s'appelle Ruben. Sauf que c'est avec un EU au début, après. Alors, attendez, je cherche la petite planète. Le quartier du port.
Captain Ruben?
Aye, the man himself. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
De Sade, legate of the merchant congregation.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem of indiscretion in your ranks.
I see. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
Alors...
You told the Admiral that you suspect one of your crew members.
Indeed. The young apprentice sailor, Alba. A committed volunteer from Thélème. She only joined us a short time ago. Did you want to know anything else?
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The Seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well as me. Did you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, Captain. Thank you.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem of indiscretion in your ranks.
I see. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
What led you to these suspicions?
Well, the girl's behavior. She was very eager at first, very willing, almost too much. Then, suddenly, she became nervous. She isolated herself, and did not speak to others. She's a recent recruit, which inevitably raised some doubts about her vocation. Sometimes I saw her hanging around my cabin. My papers were often disturbed, and since we've returned to port, she's almost never on board. Well, you can understand my concern, but you should probably talk to the other members of the crew. They may know something else. And did you want to know anything else?
Qui aurait pu être transmise.
Do you know what information she may have sent?
I don't know exactly what you know about our navigation methods.
Let's say that magic does not have much to do with it.
I see. Well, of course she knows that too. She saw some of our machines on board, and by searching through my papers, she could get even more sensitive information. Did you want to know anything else?
Interrogé sur son navire.
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The Seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well as me. Did you want to know anything else?
Ok, on va rester là.
That'll be all, Captain. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I am so pleased to see you again.
The pleasure is shared.
What can I do for you?
Interrogé à propos d'Alba.
I would like you to tell me anything you can about a member of your crew. Alba.
She joined our party recently, but I like her already. She works hard and is full of courage. You know, she is one of those rare knots that joined of her own volition, and she did everything she could to become one of our own. Until we arrived here, she suddenly became distraught and frightened. It brought back memories.
Do you know where I could find her? I'd like to ask her some questions.
No, I've not seen her for a while. Maybe at the tavern? She was playing cards there from time to time. Anything else, Your Excellency?
I'm afraid I need to be going. Watch out for yourself.
Alors, suivant. Flavia.
Your Excellency, it's a pleasure. What could I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Alba?
Oh, I don't know her very well. She only joined our crew recently. But she pulls her weight. You can't hold that against her. You might say she shows a little too much zeal even, at times. That being said, ever since we got here, I found her a little distraught. You could even say nervous.
Would you know where I could find her?
No, I wouldn't. She missed roll call. Well, I hope she didn't do something stupid. These committed volunteers, we never know if we can trust them. Anything else?
I need to be off. Perhaps we'll meet later.
Farewell, then.
Qui est le dernier. Il s'abonne devant
Hey,
Onyx.
happy to see you again. How have things been going for you since your crossing?
Good, thank you. even if I've got quite a list of errands to check off.
Then straight to it. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Nort. A young woman going by the name of Alba.
I know her. She joined our crew at the same time as our new captain. Did you try the tavern? Don't give me that look there. I've kept from the bottle since that story with Jonas, you know that. No matter. When we're at dock, there's nothing much else to do. It might be that little Alba went there to take a look. Anything else?
I need to go. Farewell.
Smooth sailing.
Donc on a fini avec...
I'm afraid these little secrets have not helped us a great deal. This Alba had just
Encore à la taverne à parler avec des gens.
then changed her attitude.
C'est en ce moment, on parle dans les tavernes.
We were told that she was sometimes at the tavern. We should take a look there.
Tu peux bien de l'alcool. Tiens, les vendeurs là.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
J'ai pas du tout la précision. 3 et 4. Cette tenue là comme ça change que la grosse armure.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
This time, you are going too far. I will not let you say one more word.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard.
Not at all. I played that hand honestly. You're such...
Ok, ils sont bourrés.
Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out.
Alors, tu peux partir?
No, thank you.
Par contre, je vais revoir ta... Jolie petite courtisane, excusez-moi, pardon. Il n'y a pas la sortie.
This time, you are going too far. I will...
What can I pour for you?
Ah non, ça c'est pour une bouteille à boire. L'interroger sur le problème d'approvisionnement.
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
Huh. This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
This time, you are going too far. I will not let you say one more word.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard.
Not at all. I played that hand honestly. You're so drunk.
What can I pour for you?
I'm looking for a young Naut. She goes by the name of Alba and sails on Captain Reuben's ship.
I wouldn't know who that is. Why don't you go and ask that fellow over there? He often shares a bottle with the sailors. He might remember your Naut. Anything else?
Autre chose?
Nothing, thanks.
On peut partir.
I'm not thirsty just yet.
This time, you are going too far. I will not let you say one more word.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard.
Qui veut lui?
Not at all.
Hey, look at that! The upper crust coming to slum it at the tavern. How may I help you?
Au sujet d'Alba. Je lui demande s'il a vu.
We're looking for a young Naut. She's part of Captain Reuben's crew.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. A girl who loses her pay with style. But I don't know where she is. She looked sad last time I saw her. Didn't have her head in the game.
Demandez s'il a entendu parler des secrets.
Have you ever heard her talk about secrets or documents she would like to exchange?
Are you asking me if she's a spy? No idea, she told me nothing. But if that's why you're looking for her, I may have seen things that might interest you. I'm often mistaken for a drunkard, so they pay no attention to me. But I see everything.
Lui demander de raconter ce qu'il a vu.
Tell me what you saw.
I'd like to tell you all that, but my
Et
throat's a little
l'histoire, c'est
dry.
comme un
my
marin
friend.
qui boit dans une
This
taverne.
should quench your thirst. So, what did you see?
Well, returning late at night, I spotted a guy I'd seen before at the tavern. He often spent time with the Nauts, and he was in the street, fiddling with a stone, looking suspicious. So, I took a closer look when he left. I thought he'd stashed money or something, but no. There was a box under the stone, but there was no gold inside, just papers. They were messages, and from the look of the guy, they couldn't be love letters. Now, I don't know how to read, so I couldn't understand what it was about, but maybe those were your secrets?
Where is this hiding place?
Cross the bridge at the exit of the town. On the left, look for the stone. The box is underneath.
Thank you, soldier.
My pleasure, friend. Do you want to know anything else?
On va partir.
That'll be all, soldier. Thank
De
you.
laisser tranquille, bois. Ah, il boit direct. Hein. Allez. Toute bouteille.
That's it. You can shout all you want, but I'm right, you old drunkard. Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Trouver la boîte morte. Il n'y a pas un petit problème là? Non, pas du tout. Petit coffre en dessous. Jetage niveau 2. C'est moi le de la mer.
This stone must be the one the soldier told us about. Look, it hides a box.
A box under a stone. What do we do now?
Well then, we'll have to catch whoever uses it red-handed.
Oh, I'm a little old for hiding in the bushes, but if that's what you want to do...
We can see without being seen here.
Shall we wait here?
Sauter jusqu'à lui.
Oh, these drunkards risk jeopardizing our mission.
Honestly, you're so...
What are you doing here, gentlemen?
Who's this? Why is he getting involved?
Yeah! Be on your way if you want to avoid trouble.
Could you go fight somewhere else?
Why would we do that? The road is for everyone.
It's true! We fight where we want.
Peut-être donc offrir de l'argent, mais non, on va les intimider, tiens. On a 30%
Listen,
de
a
chance.
patrol is coming. You better run. They're not fond of rowdy drunkards.
We're not being rowdy. We're talking nicely.
I've never heard of patrols on this road at this time.
And yet it's one of my friends, a coin captain who told me about it.
Oh. Well, maybe it's best we left then.
Yeah. Right. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, may the Enlightened take pity on these poor fools. We should go back and hide.
Ok, qu'est-ce que je dois faire?
I hope there will be no more drunk men now.
Shall we wait here?
On va attendre, non?
Someone is approaching. Maybe our spy.
Alors, tout à l'heure il descendait.
This man looks like a messenger. We should follow him and find out who gives him his orders.
Ok, on va le suivre. C'est parti.
Please, sire, I surrender.
Soldier, we saw you retrieving documents from the dead drop.
What of it? I'm carrying out the mission I was paid to do, nothing more.
Je te paye 100 ou plus.
How about increasing your pay by telling us who sent you?
I would say that I am at your service, my lord. A man from the Alliance pays me to come here every 2 days to retrieve the contents of this box. I have to collect the messages without looking at them and take them to the meeting point.
Who is this man?
No idea. He did not want to give me his name, and I did not insist. As long as I get paid, that's all that matters.
And where is the meeting place?
It depends. He leaves me a note at the tavern with the location. And here, this is the one for tonight. Listen, this was just a little bit of extra coin for me. I'd really appreciate it if the quartermaster didn't know about it.
I won't say a thing. Give me what was in there and go.
Here. Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Ouais, je préfère Excellence que une prince. Hein. Alors, ensuite, ça c'est remonter jusqu'au comment c'était.
Don't move, sir.
What do you want from me?
Your messenger's not coming. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and you have been caught plotting treason. So I suggest you talk. What do these messages contain, and what are they about?
You're wasting your time. I won't say a word.
Tenter de l'intimider.
Do you realize that you are suspected of espionage and conspiracy? Don't you think you better explain yourself?
Wait!
I don't want to end up in jail. It's not about the secrets of the congregation. Let me explain. Some time ago, it was rumoured that the secrets of the Norts were for sale. Well, my country was interested. So I started exchanging messages as you've been doing. The Nort who was willing to give up these secrets demanded a fortune. He also wanted to become a citizen. But we were only at the negotiation stage. For the moment, I have received nothing concrete. Just promises.
Who is the Nort you're talking to?
Oh, I've no idea. The messages were signed White Rose. But I doubt it's a real name.
Very well. You seem to be telling the truth.
Now, if you'll allow me, I will leave the town.
Regardez, il y a la cape qui est rentrée dans le pantalon là. En fait, j'avoue que je l'ai bien habillé. L'armure, la cape rouge. Enfin, l'armure, le devant, il est un petit peu bof, on va dire. Il l'a habillé tellement comme un prince. C'est le prince de Sereine.
Ah, Your Excellency. So, what did you discover?
There is indeed a spy among the Norts, but the spy's identity remains to be proven. Take this. I have recovered this note, which seems to suggest that your secrets have been offered to several buyers. The Alliance citizen we met did not win the bid.
I knew it. My logbook has just been stolen, and of course Alba is missing. Do we really still need proof?
This book must be found at all costs before Alba sells it. Your Excellency, can we count on you once more?
I would like to help you, but this island is vast. How could I possibly hope to find it?
Alba is from Toleme. She probably took refuge in San Mateus.
This reduces the search area a little. What do you say, Your Excellency?
This is a trail that deserves to be followed. I will keep you updated, Admiral.
Ensuite, je pense qu'on a peut-être fini la quête. Les deux autres quêtes poursuivent l'enquête à San Mateus. Soit on a une exploitation forestière. On va peut-être faire l'exploitation forestière, ça serait bien. Alors, tout ce que c'est... Non mais pourquoi ils nous disent... C'est pas normal ça. Ou alors il y a une nouvelle carte. On va explorer une autre monde. va, le monde est tout petit. Encore des alliés. Carrément passer par la forêt. Un petit renard.
Shed blood. We want to give.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
The Sade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye. They fell sick and died a few hours later. But the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in. Do not force us to use our weapons.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life back to
avoir marre de tirer plusieurs fois son eau à des gens.
Hello, Doctor. I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
Enquêter sur la mort des bûcherons.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue. Blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. Strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Ok, revenir aux autres questions. Sur ce qu'ils ont vu.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
Interroger sur ce qu'ils ont mangé.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Ok, bien, on va aller les voir.
Do not force us to use our weapons. We do not want to shed blood.
Il est grave beau le son. Ok, notre camp. Par contre, pour ici, je ne vois pas du tout comment faire.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
C'est une propriété privée, on ne peut pas y aller.
This is our prey, Renaix. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poison? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Comment il a peur.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible. But from now on, you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vigigidor elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
Alors, pourquoi t'en es combien là-dedans? Six. Fouiller un petit peu les coffres aussi. Si on peut pas. Nous allons voir Constantin.
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you.
Constantin, is it true? Are you in great pain?
This sickness is horrible, believe me. Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaints. Speak. It will give me something else to ponder.
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my dear cousin. Do continue. We're eager to hear your news.
Did you meet the healer of Thélème?
The legendary Sicilius? As you can see, I'm still awaiting his miracle.
I'll find a solution, I promise you. Stay strong.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantin.
Look out for yourself.
Plus toi aussi, t'as sauté, c'est grave. Bon, là ça dit, et je sais pas. Tiens, qui est-ce?
Sir de Corsilion.
The Sade, my youngster. What can I do for you?
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the Terra Incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, de Sade. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Pareil du professeur Seraphedin.
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
Good day, Your Excellency.
Oups, désolé, il n'y avait plus de batterie. Alors, titre de propriété de l'exploitation forestière. Au terme de négociations ouvertes entre le chef d'Encad et la gouverneure de Morange concernant les terres sises dans la région de Svenzar, il a été décidé par la présence que les terres négociées seraient désormais l'entière et unique propriété de la congrégation marchande, dans le but d'y exercer une exploitation forestière. L'accès de cette parcelle est désormais restreint aux membres de la congrégation.
Day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.